Hola. Hello, boys. Hola, niños. I wanted to show you one of our rentals here in Bayamón, Puerto Rico, that is vacant now, and I have started working now on day 2. I'm on my second day because it got vacant after 13 months rented. But as you can see, it's a very ample house. This is the garage. I will show you a few things interior, but most importantly, what is happening on the ceiling, right? We call it in Spanish el plafón, el techo de la casa. Where some paintings you can see up there, right? Start peeling off, peeling down. So it needs to be scrapped and then cleaned very deeply, very good with detergents. Gets clean, the surface, and after it's very well clean and dry, more than 24 hours. Sometimes in Puerto Rico it's a little bit more, depends, right? If there are rainy days like today, a lot of humidity, it might need even 2 days for things to dry out well because humidity is so high. But this is another example of the things I'm dealing with the ceiling, right? I showed you some videos earlier on how the process was partly done, pretty much by hand, right? Carefully, everything was done with here. So you can see that the hammer fell. Pretty much with the hammer, some sharp metal object, something that you can hit with the hammer in one end, and the other one break the loose concrete, right? That, like I explained yesterday, this is initiated by salt that is not well cleaned from the beach, and that salt rust and corrode the rib bars, and over time, right after 20 plus, in this case this house has 60 years, approximately 60 years, but this problem has been there for easily a decade, at least a decade, if not a little bit more. Concrete explodes, kind of like a popcorn, and those becomes like cracker who could fall on people's head. We don't want that. We don't want that accident on any of our tenants. So we're taking cautionary measure, which I will show on a later time when they're completed. But pretty much it's about 2 feet in diameter, like I described on other videos. What I'm addressing most seriously here throughout this house, these first 48 hours of work, is the one I showed you earlier, where there is here in other parts of the house. You see the, even back there, I mean, it cannot be what you girls see, but here, all this area, I needed to be scrapped. And it's gonna look even more bare once I do the second cleaning. This up here as well, as you can see. And it's still peeling down. It still is peeling down. Just I put 3 portions of Clorox with 1 of water, okay? After my first scrape and cleaning. Today I'm gonna do the second one with the product that's more intense. I will scrap again all of this and do a second sprayment of a product that I will show you later. It doesn't need to be scrubbed, just spray on it, but not diluted. That one I cannot dilute. The other thing I will take care of today is how to clean these floors, right? After scraping of that paint, any good worker should be cleaning after themselves. No more than 2 days without cleaning, and I need to sweep all that floor so I can keep my working area clean. That's how I like to have it. But you see, and all of that ceiling paint falling is due to humidity. And what causes humidity over time? A lot of humidity over time causes funguses, okay? See more there on the floor means I scrap on the upper ceiling. This is the master bedroom. It has very, very nice glass doors back there. And you can see, sorry, my working clothes from yesterday. That was my working clothes. And this is a double door. Nice. Large closet, relatively good size. And I'm doing the job also lastly here on the master bedroom shower. Well, you know, shower, this happens very common because definitely a lot of trap humidity with the, this is what I don't like, right? This one is very large. A lot of humidity trap because of the steam of water when people bath, but that's natural, that's normal. But yeah, as a landlord who self-manages our rental properties, right? Many of the things I do myself, nothing too complex, relatively, for any handyman, any good man. I grew up doing this type of labors. You can see the last one up there, the corner. I wanted to show you, didn't want to finish without showing you the last one up there. I said any handyman, I'm skilled, thanks God I have a skills of doing this type of labor repair, so why not to do so? Others I will outsource if they're more technical, like something very electrician oriented or specific type of wiring, more complex. This type of beams, right? Iron beams, call it viga H in español, viga H. I outsourced it. That I had to somewhere a crew to place those floors to reinforce that ceiling. That's another story. That's another long story how this project was from a hazard to humans to a beautiful now safe garage. But that's all I want to show you, boys. And this is one of our assets, and you will see the transformation in these coming days. This house for the most part is pretty good shape. Those things the mayor want to do, and some touches of paints. It's already listed, it's on the market advertised, so I'm confident we'll be ready before my return to home, okay? Los amo mucho, niños. Los amo y sigan pendientes. It has to be a metal, there's no other way around it. To remove this loose paint, loose plates, scraping it manually is the only way. I don't know, can be done. Maybe with some needle, using a brush, probably wire brush, but I don't know. I think it's too complicated. I'm not efficient at scraping with a sharp blade. But it's a work, right? If someone suffers from neck pain or back pain, it can be very bothersome, but it has to be done. Look at this. This is just because this is my second attempt, right? My second try. Because yesterday, I did the first one, as I showed you earlier, the floors were already dirty, but I sprayed them 3 portions of Clorox with 1 of water, and that softened it throughout the last 24 hours, make it softer, so now today there's more coming out, coming loose. But either I do things right or I don't do it. I'm gonna do it right, I'm not gonna do it. But this time, I decided to do it. And I'm going to remove whatever comes out. You see that? If it comes out easily, I'm going to remove it. I'm not going to let it stay there. See? It's like flakes. So a little bit push. See that? And that's what needs to be done. No complaints. Just making it happen, right? You make it happen. Wow, look how big. Preparation for the next one. So people also get on a step. They prefer getting on a step and do it with their hands. Probably it's a little bit easier for the back and the shoulders, but then you have your face too close to those pollutants. I prefer keeping distance and using the stick like this. See that? And when it comes out, wow! I read the camera, now it's able to take something. That's a big one. All of this at once. This is the landlord's self-management. Or, here also in Puerto Rico, it's very difficult to find people readily available to do this type of work. And when they do it, if you find it, they don't even do them well. People don't like to do this type of labor work anymore. Very few. So I feel myself. If I could find someone, of course, I pay them to come here daily with me. I too would come and help contribute. I do like to delegate if you find the people. But if you don't find them, you don't find the workers, you have to do what you have to do. With this, do it yourself. Those are things people don't consider before getting into this type of investments. I did, I knew very long I had to do these things myself to succeed in the business. But you know, I pay myself also. That's why the houses perform so well. Take care of it. If it doesn't come out, I don't force it. I only remove what comes out relatively easy. There's no reason to force it if it doesn't fall. Let's leave it there for next time. In a few years, it will fail. That's all. And I will do the same here in this area. It will be bigger for sure when I finish. Thank you for watching, boys.